Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie and some of you may know me from my Studygram account, My Honest Study Blog. I'm a 20-year-old uni student from the UK and I've just finished my first year at the University of St Andrews, which is up here in Scotland. I'm studying for my degree in international relations, but I've also done some modules in philosophy and social anthropology. In early 2019, when I was in the middle of my GCSEs, I decided to create a study account on Tumblr, and after a few years, and having met some amazing people, I decided to also share my content on Instagram, starting in August 2020. Since then, I've been posting pretty much continuously and sharing my advice, notes, my general study life. And I'm super excited to start sharing on YouTube. I have a lot of plans for this channel and new content to help you all that I'm really looking forward to making. But I would also love to hear what you want to see, so make sure to tell me in the comments. For my very first video, I thought I'd share a study with me, which has been requested a lot on my Instagram, but I also thought that I'd do a Q&A so you could all get to know me a bit better. Let's begin. The first questions are, did I always want to study international relations? Did I have any other subjects in mind? So, I've known I wanted to study international relations since I was about 14 years old. Before that, I was actually really interested in studying chemistry, and international relations wasn't even on my radar. I didn't really know what it was. I actually can remember the exact moment when I decided that international relations was what I wanted to study. I was in the car with my mum driving home from school, and we were just talking about what I was interested in. And I had this mini epiphany that I was so interested in foreign affairs and politics and the international system. As soon as I sort of fully realised what I was interested in, I went home that evening and looked at courses that would sort of combine all those elements, and I discovered international relations. And from that point, I never really looked back. So, what does my uni course actually involve? What does it mean to study international relations? Basically, it means that you study how different countries interact in the international system. It involves looking at foreign policy, diplomacy, global politics, war, globalization, power, sovereignty, and so many other things. This year, I've had 2 compulsory modules, Concepts in Global Politics, where we looked at the key themes within the study of global politics. And then in second semester, I had a module on foreign policy and diplomacy and global politics, where we looked at lots of case studies for different countries. Next year, my compulsory module is going to be a bit different because we're going to be looking a lot more at theory and how you actually study international relations. So as I said earlier, my degree is in international relations, but I've also done modules in social anthropology and philosophy this year. And one of the questions I received was, how is international relations related to anthropology? So at my university in the first 2 years, which are called sub-honours, you can take courses outside of your degree. The reason that I decided to take a social anthropology course in particular is I read this really good book called Think Like an Anthropologist. So I was definitely really excited to take this opportunity to learn a bit more about social anthropology. Social anthropology, I think, is a really interesting way to look at the world, and that way of viewing the world has definitely helped me. Not only did I develop my knowledge about the world, it's also exposed me to a lot of different academic articles and writing, which I think has developed my own essay writing. I'm actually going to be taking it next year as well, and I do have the opportunity to add it to my degree, so maybe that will happen. Someone else asked, what made you choose the degree you chose? So I'm the kind of person who will research everything before making a decision, so of course I did a lot of research when I was trying to find the right course for me at university, looking at all of the required modules, what they would cover, how they were taught, and then also the modules you could do in later years and how you could specialise. As soon as I found the course at St Andrews, I knew it was exactly what I wanted to study and that it would suit me really well. I was so thrilled when I was accepted. 1 year into studying this course, I can definitely say it was the best choice for me, and I love what I'm studying so much. Where would I like my degree to take me in the future? So once I finish my undergrad degree, I'm definitely hoping to do a master's degree, particularly to sort of specialise once I've sort of found my major area of interest. Would maybe even like to do a PhD. But of course, this is very early to say now, and who knows where my life will take me. So I guess I'll just have to see. Ultimately, my dream job is to be a diplomat and to work for the Foreign Office. Now we've covered what I'm studying, I thought it'd be nice to talk about some other stuff, a bit more about me. What are your hobbies or things you like to do? First of all, I love reading, and it is one of the things I always try to prioritize in my daily life, and it's actually one of my daily habits to read at least 5 minutes every day for fun. And if you have any book recommendations, make sure to leave them in the comments because I'm always looking for my next favourite book. As well as that, I can truly say that having my Instagram and now also this YouTube is something I love to do. I adore the little community I've built. I love talking to you all and sharing my experiences, making content, taking photos, filming reels. Editing is just something that I love doing. I find it's a way for me to be creative. I am really excited to be trying new editing and trying new things. As well as that, I cook a lot. Even at uni, I have my own kitchen and I'm self-catered. I cook for myself every single day. So now I've said I love reading, so it seems a pretty logical point to move on to the question of favourite books, which I have to admit is a crazy hard question for me. I get asked it a lot and I never know how to answer because I have so many and it changes all the time. One of my favourite non-fiction books that I've read is Prisoners of Geography by Tim Marshall. I read this about a year and a half ago and I still think about it a lot. There are actually so many things that I've learned from this book that have helped me in my studies. For fiction, it's a little bit more difficult because my favourite book is often the one I read most recently. So some books I've read recently are Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, which I really loved. I basically couldn't put it down. As well as that, I've also recently reread The Hunger Games. It reminded me of just how much I enjoy the book and the storytelling. As well as that, most of the books I read are romance books, but I want something completely different than all the academic articles that I have to read for my degree. It's almost hard to choose my favourite. It's very much about what sort of mood I'm in and what I want at that particular time. What is your go-to Starbucks drink? I guess the way to start answering this question is a sort of confession. Unlike a lot of people in the StudyGram community, and I think just students in general, I don't actually like coffee or tea. So if I go for a hot drink, it is always a hot chocolate. I don't actually go to Starbucks that often, but then if I do, it will always be a hot chocolate. I go to a lot of other coffee shops though. I generally really like cold drinks. Something that's refreshing, sweet, will give me a bit of energy, a bit of a sugar boost. So either berry smoothies in the morning or caramel frappes. So that's the video. I really hope you enjoyed this video and you learned a little bit more about me. If you have any more questions that you want to know, make sure to leave them in the comments and I'll be sure to answer them. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you next time.